100. 33 fences. Here we go. They're off and running in the Grand Annual. Duke of Bedford, the race favourite, was away well with Gamboo, and also Instigator stepping well today. They jumped the first, the three of them, as the joint leaders was hit the road jack, poking his way through in the middle and raised the note going up out very deep. Here's the second. Over they go. Instigator takes a spot about fourth. Gamboo didn't jump that one all that well. He's down on the inside fifth from the 2024 winner Count Zero. Then the Mighty Spar just in front of his stablemate Leaderboard, and Bazzini is last as they get up and over the third and start the trek towards the paddock on the first time. Duke of Bedford, last year's winner, has taken a narrow lead from Hit the Road Jack, the runner-up on Tuesday in the Briley. One goes right, one goes left. But they're first and second. Third is Instigator, as close as he's been in an annual. Then followed next by Gamboo along the rails, and Raised the Note went up outside of the Mighty Spar from Count Zero Leaderboard. And Bazzini's at the tail end of the field. Across Elford Road, they've closed every single road in the joint, boys. There was no need to look, and you won't need the jet fuel going up the hill on these beasts. It's Duke of Bedford out by a length and a quarter. Second, Hit the Road Jack. Instigator is third with Raise the Note in close attendance to him. Gamboo on the inside of them, and then followed by Count Zero, who's wider out going around the Mighty Spar. Leaderboard is second last and Bazzini is last. They haven't broken any records yet. The field is quite compact as they climb Briley and continue on jumping. And Duke of Bedford for Will Gordon leads Hit the Road Jack for Dean Parker by a length. Here's the third in Briley. Up and over they go. No problems with anybody. Third is Instigator and fourth Raise the Note. Fifth is Gamboo. Sixth the Mighty Spar from Count Zero, Leaderboard and Bazzini. So at the top of Cox's here. They've got the double there. Duke of Bedford up and over the first. He crosses the road. He goes up and over the second, and he gets a bit of a break on Hit the Road Jack. Instigator Raised the Note, joint third. Count Zero circling them. Gamboo closer to the inside. The Mighty Spar, the middle. Three to Leaderboard and Bazzini. So they come down to the Tozer Road double. It's a hard left this time around. And the other way the next time. Duke of Bedford over the first, cross Tozer Road over the second, and he jumped the length and a half to Instigator. The runner-up from last year, he's keeping closer tabs on the Duke this time around. Third, Hit the Road Jack, then Gamboo. Count Zero improving around Raise the Note. 2 lengths the Mighty Spar from Leaderboard, and then Bazzini. This used to be the man trap once upon a time. It's no longer, but it's a good jump for Duke of Bedford, and he's 2 lengths in front. Instigator second. Here comes the next one. Third, Hit the Road Jack. Followed next by, in fourth, Raise the Note. And then Gamboo. Count Zero dropped back to be fourth last in front of the Walker's stablemates. Leaderboard, the Mighty Spar, and Bazzini's at the end. They've almost gone a lap. Over a lap of the jump score, still to go. So they're about to come back where they started from here. They're going to jump this one. It's Duke of Bedford in front. He leads from Hit the Road Jack. Third placing is Instigator tucked away on the rails, and fourth Gamboo. Then Raise the Note. Next in the race then was the Mighty Spar from Count Zero Leaderboard, and Bazzini's fallen at that one. He just slipped as he on landing. Horse and jockey both okay, but his Grand Annual is over. Duke of Bedford jumps the next one. 2 lengths in front. He's just starting to put a bit of pressure on his rivals here. Flash Gordon on the leader. Hit the Road Jack is sticking with him. They're 6 lengths in front of Instigator and Gamboo. Count Zero passed by Raise the Note. Then came Leaderboard, who's being passed by the Mighty Spar. So they're going out to the paddock to do it all again. Gee, it'll hurt this time going up there, won't it? Duke of Bedford leads Hit the Road Jack. Gamboo's running a big race, the Boulder in third. Instigator, the runner-up from last year, in fourth. They're followed by the Mighty Spar, Count Zero. Along the inside, through the middle, Raise the Note, and Leaderboard is now last, with Bazzini the only casualty so far, and he's all okay. They jump the Elford Road. They go into Briley once again for the treble, climbing the hill. Duke of Bedford trying to go all the way. He's a length and a quarter. Second, the margin 2, Hit the Road Jack, who's sticking with him. Third placing is Gamboo. Fourth is Instigator. Then the Mighty Spar, Count Zero. Further back then to Raise the Note, and Leaderboard's at the end. Hit the Road Jack's trying to take Duke of Bedford up the hill now. He went to a length lead. Gamboo is third. Fourth placing is now in the race as Instigator. Oh, and Bazzini's been captured. That's the cheer. Thanks for letting me know. Hit the road, Jack. He's the leader at Cox's on the second round. 2 lengths to Duke of Bedford. Gamboo's in third and Instigator is fourth. Here's the all-important double on top of the hill at Cox's. Hit the road, Jack led. Duke of Bedford's going up to try and take it off him again. They're 2 or 3 lengths in front of Gamboo and Instigator. Here comes the Elgar Hood now in Granders. Hit the road, Jack jumped it well. He's a length and a half to Duke of Bedford. In third placing is Gamboo. Instigator was next from Count Zero and the Mighty Spa. Hit the road, Jack. G's going close here. He's going to have to turn real sharp. Duke of Bedford follows him. The Mighty Spa made a big ground at the toes of double. There's 4 to jump in the Grand Annual now. Then Instigator. Count Zero. Duke of Bedford's been passed. He's back to fourth and he's battling the last year's champ. And as they go to the fourth last, Instigator. He took it up. Gamboo, the novice, is going with him. The outside hit the road, Jack. Duke of Bedford's Grand Annual, well, the winning one chance is all over. Then the Mighty Spa. So there's 3 left to fight it out now, with 2 to jump in the Grand Annual. They've jumped 31, 2 more left. It's a big battle coming up here. Hit the road, Jack. He's a neck in front of Gamboo, trying hard. Instigator's not finished with, he's sticking with them. It's still a 3-horse race now. 32 jumped, 1 left. Hit the road, Jack and Gamboo, the novice chasers. They jumped the last almost together. Instigator, the greybeard, is coming on the outside to try and pick their pockets. Hit the road, Jack, the leader. Instigator's the one coming at him on the outside. The jumping's over. Seriously? How bloody good is it? Instigator, hit the road, Jack. Hit the road, Jack. Instigator, the old boy, put his head in front. Is he going to do it? Instigator! Yes! He's done it, I think. Or has he? The jockeys don't even know. Instigator and Hit the Road, Jack. 5,500 and there's a lip between them. Gamboo ran third. The Mighty Spa ran fourth. Leaderboard ran fifth. I think that's all that completed it. The judge, can you tell us who's won? There's 2 of them. I think he might have done it, the old fella. Down the outside. House in this box before the line, but there's no photo up as yet.
So it's Instigator outside Braidon Small. Hit the road, Jack, to the inside for Aaron Lynch, who won the race last year on Duke of Bedford. It couldn't be a dead heat, could it? After 33 fences and 5,500 metres, there's a margin, and it's Instigators. Instigator has won the 2026 Grand Annual Steeplechase. Aaron Purcell, 18 years after winning it with Gino Ladd. This horse becomes the oldest galloper to win the Grand Annual in recent times.